Hi YouTube, from fat2fit here, Siggy here saying hi. I am apologizing because I am 2 days late. I usually come to you on Thursdays and today's Saturday. I probably wasn't feeling well. I haven't been sleeping that great. So there's always an excuse, but I will always make my video because I made a commitment to myself in this process, and I'm very glad that I have recorded since I've started, and I'm considering writing a book about my experiences. Well, you know, everybody has a story, and everybody can write a book about their story. But I am particularly interested in writing about bariatric surgery and how it basically changed my life and in what ways. So my sisters have suggested it to me. Other people have. So now I have something to look back on because I didn't keep a writing journal, but I have a video log. So yay for me. So you could always take misfortune and turn it to a fortunate situation. Remember that. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I have a lot to say, and I might have to talk fast because I don't want to run out of time. All right, let me start with my stats. For those of you who've never seen me before, I'm a 54-year-old female. I live in Los Angeles, California. I have two sons. One son is 23 and he goes to USC and he's going for his PhD in mathematics, and he is also a teaching assistant, so he was awarded several fellowships and he's basically getting a free ride, plus on top of it he's making a salary to boot. So yay. It wasn't easy. It's hard. Life is hard. Raising children is hard. Everything is hard, and if you don't think it's hard, then I think there's something wrong with you, okay? Yeah, I mean, by working hard, you make it easy, so that's the trick. So it has to be hard, and we're here to learn, and if we're not learning all the time, then we're not growing, so we need to grow. Okay, so this is where I'm at. I had my surgery on Thursday, April the 9th, 2015, with Dr. Robert Armando Casillas, with Kaiser Permanente in West Los Angeles. And my highest recorded weight ever was back in 2006 when I had pneumonia, and my heaviest at 294. Prior to the option classes, I was 280. On surgery date, I was 269, which was not easy to do. And then when I got back to the hospital, back from the hospital home, and they call that week 0, my weight went up, which is normal, and I was at 276. So I started 276. Kaiser's records, they start with surgery weight, but that's okay. So I'm really into BMI now. So my BMI before surgery was 45.45. Sometimes up, a little bit down, a little bit, but that's the ballpark figure. Today, I come to you with a BMI of 31.1. And my immediate goal is to break 30. And I'll tell you what I have to do to do that. I'm still technically quote-unquote obese, even though I have lost, as of today, 83 pounds since week 0, and since 2006, 101 pounds. All right, so basically, I'm looking at my notes here. I'm not trying to be rude, but since week 23, which was for me around mid-September, I was at 198.4. So I'm just going to show you, I was kind of getting funky at this stage. Week 24, I was 198.6. Week 25, 198.8. Week 26, 198.8. Week 27, 198.9. Week 28, 196. Week 29, that was last week, which was 197.3. So I'm really struggling here to be in Wonderland, which is being in the 100s. And I'm on the very high end, okay? And I'm struggling. And I've been struggling, let me, how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so that's about a month and a half, which my husband was not happy about. He was very pissed off. I have made a breakthrough. Yeah, I've had several rough weeks, really rough weeks, and you have to go through the darkness to get to the light. And I made a breakthrough. And what it is very simple. It's been so freaking hot in LA, plus it's getting humid, you know. I'm from the East Coast, so I know what humidity is like, and I don't really care for humidity. And I could never live in Florida, and I don't even go to Florida because I don't like the weather. So I'm environmentally spoiled, and God willing I can keep it that way. All right, so my point is, okay, so it's been so hot for so long, and that grates on your nerves. It's difficult, and as you get older it gets harder, and when you have chronic diseases like diabetes and obesity, it's harder. So it's not easy. So because my sleep has changed completely, I think it was November 1st, and I remember this because it was the 1st of November, and the clocks had changed Saturday night at 2 p.m. or Sunday morning, however you want to look at it. And I remember I got up, and I usually go on my computer for a while, check my email, look at what's going on in the world, and then I start cleaning or doing chores that I need to do. And somehow I had this burst of energy, and it was like cool outside, and I said, oh my God, I want to go for a walk. Now, it was 4:30 in the morning, so I thought, you know, okay, it's not that early. I mean, it's not that bad. But guess what? I was wearing my watch, and I hadn't changed the time on my watch. So what I did was I rented a couple of videos through DVDs through Redbox, and I walked to the Ralph's that I go to in Century City, and it was just so gorgeous out, and it was so quiet, and there were no cars, and I'm just like loving it. And I get to the store, I drop my DVDs, and I look at my watch, and it says 6 o'clock. And I said, I couldn't have walked for an hour and a half. That doesn't make any sense. So then, I realized, oh yeah, the time has changed. So I really wasn't walking at 4:30. I was walking at 3:30 in the morning. And when when I looked at my watch, it was actually, okay, it was actually, I'm getting confused, maybe 5 o'clock. Yeah, it was 5 o'clock, and then I had to walk back, and there were hills, so which is what I'm doing, and I had an epiphany, and I said, this is my breakthrough. This is what I need to do, because I've been kind of floundering here, and I need to push through, because my goal is to go from the obesity category to overweight. So it sounds ridiculous, but my goal is to be overweight, okay? That's the reality. So in order for me to do so, I did the calculations, and I have to, me personally, for my height and age, I have to weigh 185 to be under 30, which would be 29 point something, probably on the high end of 29. So I would have to be 185, and today I forgot to tell you, which is Saturday, today's the 7th, 11/7, but I should have come to you on 11/5, but I'm down to 193. So I have lost 4 pounds in, it's not really a week, it's more like 9 days. Okay, I haven't lost 4 pounds since week 21. So it's been like 9-10 weeks. So finally, hallelujah. So I have been walking the hills of Westwood, and I belong to a gym, and you know what? I'm tired of dealing with traffic. I'm tired of taking off my clothes, putting on my swimsuit. You know, my doctor said to me, open up your front door and go outside for a walk. And you know what? It's the simplest, easiest thing to do. And as long as I have my music, I can do it. You know, I don't want to talk to anyone. I just want to have my music, and I do my walk, and I do hills. I go uphill, I go downhill. I go uphill and I go downhill, and I feel my legs are toning. I feel my arms are toning. I walk to CVS. I check my blood pressure. When I first got there, and I checked it like the minute I came in, I sat down, I checked it because I wanted to see how it was without waiting for a second. And on the, I didn't do it on the first, I did on the second. And my original reading was 150 over something. Then I waited a little bit, then it went down, and then I waited again, and then it went down. So it was like 150 for a couple of days, then it went down to 140, and today I sat down and it was 130 something. And then I waited a little bit, and it was 170 over 117 over 78 at the second time, and I didn't even have to do it a third time. So I was very excited. And I also read that dark chocolate is really good for blood pressure. And I found this company, it's called Endangered Species. It also helps animals. And I said, and I looked at the label, and I did some research on it, and it only has 5 grams of sugar, and it's natural. It's not those diet candy stuff. So I said, let me just try it because it's good for me. So I had a bar last night. Don't tell Mark. And guess what? It acted kind of like a diuretic. Oh shit. Sorry, my battery's low. If I go out, it's because of that. So I was able to go to the bathroom, and I was feeling kind of bloated. So all that was a win-win situation. So major breakthroughs. I'm exercising. This week I exercised 6 days. I took 1 day off. That's the day I go to the market. I do the marketing myself. I carry them to the car. I bring them into the house. I put them away myself. My husband wanted to help me, and I said, no, you go relax. I'm going to do it, and I want to do as much physical activity as I can because I see that I need at least 3 to 4 hours a day of moving plus walking to feel good, and that's what I'm doing. So that's been a major breakthrough. Plus, I measured my waistline to do a BMI reading, and my waist, yes, believe it or not, before surgery was 54 inches, and it could have been even a little bit bigger. I don't remember, but it was huge, okay? I looked 9 months pregnant, for sure. Yeah, definitely, or 10 months pregnant, or 12 months pregnant. So anyways, I have lost 10 inches off of my stomach, and my bra size has gone down. I was a 44 triple D tight, and I had this bra sitting in my drawer that I bought at Marshall's. It's a really nice bra. It's a Liliette. And when I bought it, I kind of buy things sometimes in a rush. And I thought it was a 44 triple D, but when I came home, I realized it was a 40 triple D, and I didn't pay that much for it, so I said, let me hang on to it. So I tried it on, and it fit like a glove. So I want to find out what my measurements are on top and on the bottom. So I'm guessing, I'm not a scientist, but if I lost 10 inches in my waist, I probably lost, I know I've lost at least 4 inches or probably more on my top, probably another 10 inches, and then probably 10 inches at the bottom. So my goal is to get to 34-inch waist. That's very idealistic. If I can get below 40 at this point, I'll be happy. So I'm at 193 pounds. My BMI today is 31.1. So my goal is to hit 30. By next week, I'd like to get to the very low 190s. And my long-term goal is to get to 185 so I can become overweight. And I haven't been overweight for a very long time. I've just been freaking obese like a huge cow, okay, heifer, okay. So so my bra size went down. I feel more tone. I'm doing all the stuff around the house myself. My husband doesn't lift a finger.